Hi guys, this is Sam from looklikeanathlete.com. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel, click below. That way you'll get some updates on upcoming videos. Also, click on the link below so you guys can go to the website, you can read the articles, subscribe to the newsletter, you can get the manual, that way you guys can stay up to date with whatever I'm putting out, with whatever tips I'm giving. So, last video, what I covered was being consistent, how that's very important if you want to see results. If you have a goal, whatever your goal may be in fitness, you can go ahead and put in all the effort that you want, but if you're not being consistent, you're not going to see results. So the one thing that I was talking about was how you have to program your mind. You have to show your mind that you want to be consistent. The only way that you're going to see results is by programming your mind to stick to this long term. You don't want to miss workouts. I talked about that, how it's hard sometimes to stick to a workout plan. So what I decided to do was I decided to include a 3-day workout split, just as an idea, just so you guys can get an idea of how you can develop this into a habit, because that's a really challenging part. I know for myself, the first 2, maybe 3 years, I wasn't consistent. I'd work out maybe 2 weeks straight, I'd miss 3 weeks. I'd go 2 weeks, miss 1. Just wasn't consistent, or I'd have 1 or 2 weeks of just going 1 day out of the week, and that just doesn't work. After a while, it's just pointless almost, all that effort, and just things don't work out, right? So maybe you guys can relate, because I'm sure it's very common, okay? And one thing I recommend, and I've written about it before on the site, is why it's important to be consistent and how you can be consistent, how you can program your mind to stick with a long-term plan, with a long-term workout plan, how I've done it. And I know this has worked for me. So this might sound a little counterproductive, but I'm going to tell you right now, this really works. So what I outlined in the back was a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. 2 upper body days, 1 lower body day. The upper body days are Monday and Friday, the lower body day, Wednesday. Now you guys can choose whatever you guys want. You guys could follow a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday plan, or Wednesday, Friday, Sunday plan, or maybe you have a 4-day-a-week plan. Maybe, and I'll talk about that maybe some other time, about how you can do a 4-day plan or a 3-day plan. In fact, I'm actually thinking of doing a video soon. I'm hoping, where I'm going to include exactly how to develop a workout plan and why it's important to have some rest periods in between, just like I have in the back. So I have 1 day of activity and 1 day of rest, 1 day of activity, 1 day of rest, and so forth. So what I'm going to show you guys right now goes a little something like this. So let's say you have your upper body days on Mondays and Fridays, lower body day on Wednesday. All right, so you have this workout plan, you follow it to a T. You go on those 3 days. But it's very common to have the following scenario. Let's say you miss your Monday and you think, you know what, I was too tired, or I'm too tired, I'm not gonna go Monday, I'll just go Tuesday. So now you're going Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday on that week, and you're gonna recover, right? You're gonna go back the following week and go back to your Monday schedule. Now remember what I said, you guys wanna have that rest period in between on that Tuesday, 1 day in between workouts. So, before we were having a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but now you're thinking, you know what, I'm too tired this week, can't go Monday, I'll go Tuesday instead, and I'll go Wednesday. Okay, seems reasonable, seems okay. You think you're gonna stick to that workout plan, totally get it. I've done that myself in the past, and guess what? Maybe Friday rolls around and you're thinking, too tired, man, or I've got something going on tonight, Friday night, I'll just make up for it Saturday night instead. So instead you're thinking, you know what, I'm gonna go Saturday to make up for my lost Friday workout. All right, no biggie, right? Well, guess what you're telling your mind? You're telling your mind that you can postpone your workout, that you can leave it for another day. You're not training your mind to be consistent. You're actually training your mind to be inconsistent. That's something you don't want to do, right? Let's say a week or two later, you do go on Monday, you have your upper body day, but now you're too tired on a Wednesday and you think, you know what? I'm not gonna work out on Wednesday. I'm gonna go Thursday, make up for that day. You know, and I'll still keep my upper body day. What's going on? You're not leaving that day in between to rest. But not just that, you're still telling your mind, hey, I can make up for a lost workout whenever I want. Don't need to be consistent. That's what's going on in your mind. Okay? Now, I've seen the following scenario happen. I had actually done it years ago. And this you don't want to do. Let's say Monday rolled around and you missed your workout, and then Tuesday you were maybe too busy, couldn't go Tuesday. So now you're thinking, man, I didn't work on chest and shoulders. I need to work on chest and shoulders. I'm going to do 2 workouts in one day. And I see a lot of guys do it. I see it all the time. They figure they can squeeze in 2 workouts in one day. Dude, like that's not something you want to do. Because let's say your usual workouts are anywhere from 30 minutes to 60 minutes. But if you're doing 2 workouts in one day, you're taxing your body. You're killing yourself. You're killing any potential of making gains. You're burning yourself out. Now you're having more than 1 hour of lifting. Don't recommend it at all. Now, see what's going on? Now you're training your mind. You're still training your mind to be inconsistent because you're telling yourself, I can make up for my workouts whenever I want. I can, do 2 workouts in one day. Even though you consciously you're telling yourself you don't want to do it, unconsciously you're telling yourself something else. So, sometimes it gets worse. I'm not even going to write it, but sometimes it gets worse, and some guys are doing 3 days back to back to back. So they're doing upper body Tuesday, lower body Wednesday, upper body Thursday. 3 workouts just crammed in. See what happens? And if you're telling your mind, if you're telling yourself that you can be inconsistent, that's when you run into problems, because now there's going to be weeks where you're thinking, I'll go Monday, because you've developed that habit of not going on Wednesdays. Now you're not going on Wednesdays, and you've developed a habit of not going maybe even Friday. So now you're just doing 1 day out of the week, maybe 2 days out of the week. Now you're making excuses not to even go to the gym because, subconsciously that's what you told yourself, that you could miss workouts. And then you start figuring out, how can I be consistent? The one thing I did, and this is going to sound very counterproductive, it's going to sound a little bit crazy maybe, is if you miss, let's say you miss your Monday workout, that workout is gone. It's done. Don't go back to it. Don't try to make up for it. So if you were doing chest and shoulders, that chest and shoulders workout is gone. This week, lost, do it till the next week. Just forget about it. Continue. Just continue doing what you were doing. Go to your Wednesday work. Go on Wednesday. Go on Friday. Well, you know what's going to happen, right? The next week you're thinking, man, I need to show up on Monday. I need to do my chest and shoulders workout because I love to work out on those body parts, for example. And let's say, that same week or the next week or whenever, you miss your Wednesday workout. Guess what? You miss a workout? That's the key. You miss a workout? Done. Forget about it. Don't even bother. Don't even go back to it. It's lost. There's nothing you can do. Just forget about it. Pretend it didn't exist. And don't see it until the following week. So if you missed your Wednesday workout, guess what? Then you start thinking, man, I've got to work on lower body. I missed my lower body last week. Missed my lower body workout last week. Got to work on it this week, right? So you see what's going on. Now you're pushing yourself. Now your mind is even telling you, I have to go Monday, I have to go Wednesday, I have to go Friday. You know, and if you've missed, let's say 2 days straight, you didn't go Monday, you didn't go Wednesday, or you didn't go Monday and Friday, or you didn't go Wednesday and Friday. You missed 2 days out of the week. Now you start thinking, you know what? I missed 2 days. I need to go. I'm not gonna stay at home and just, you know, relax, chill, or whatever, and, you know, just go on. You know, I went on Wednesday and I missed 2 workouts. That kind of sucks. You know, I really want to work on my upper body. I want to have a, you know, be fit. I want to have a complete system. I really want to, you know, look good, period. I just want to look good. You know, I want to work on my upper body. I want to work on my lower body. So now you're training yourself to be consistent. You're telling yourself, hey, you know what? It's Wednesday, time for me to go. Wednesday, whatever time you go. If you go at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., or 6 a.m., you're telling yourself, you know what? It's time. Gonna get my butt off. Gonna go Monday. It's Monday. I need to go. Wednesday rolls around. I need to go. I need to work on my lower body. Friday rolls around. Hey, I need to go. Your mind starts telling you that. You do that this week. You do that next week. You do that the following week. Guess what? It's become a habit. It's become a pattern. Now it becomes second nature. Now you're gonna stick with this long term. And guess what? That's when you start seeing progress. That's when you start seeing, you know, the changes in your body. That's when you actually can look at yourself, and actually other people are gonna start noticing and telling you, hey dude, like, what are you doing? I'm just being consistent. I've got a plan, I've got a workout plan, this is how I'm doing it, and I'm not deviating from it. But I understand, I mean, sometimes this is gonna be impossible. Actually, sometimes you do need to take a whole week off, right? And it's valid, you can. But at least you know that the following week, hey, you're gonna be back to your usual routine. And maybe, you know, next thing, you know, it's just gonna become second nature. It's just gonna become second nature. It's not gonna be an issue, okay? So that's what I can tell you guys. That's how you develop that habit long term, and that's the best way to do it. It worked for me. I know it's worked for a lot of other people, okay? So that's what I can tell you now. You know, that's my main piece of advice. So again, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, click down below, follow me, follow the site, subscribe to Look Like an Athlete. Also click on the link below and it'll take you to the website, take you to the blog. You know, subscribe to the newsletter where I provide a lot of tips right there as well, a lot of updates, gets updated, you know, consistently, and also get my manuals. So, you know, it's out there. So hopefully you guys will follow through. So like I said, maybe, you know, in a future video I'll talk about, you know, a specific plan, how to actually develop your own workout plan. You know, this is just an example. You guys can follow something like that, but we'll try to lay out something more specific, you know, in the future. So for now, take care. I'm Sam from looklikeanathlete.com. To your fitness, guys. Take care. Have a good one.